more. Greetings, everyone. It's Tuesday night. It's another late night with Castantino and another episode of our adventures through Theodos in Dragon Age Origins. Tonight, as you can tell by the title, you know where I'm planning on going. Oh boy, I do not expect this to be like last week with the Elvish thing, where it's a 3-hour fest of just getting everything done. I do not even know who I will be dealing with. However, while I tried to do some stuff offline last week, I did find out some things. So let's get some discussions taken
I was just thinking about what happened to the elves, and I'm reminded of a song sung to me many years ago. It was when my mother died, and this wise elven woman comforted me and told me that we shouldn't fear death or hate it. Death is just another beginning. One day, we must all shed our earthly bodies to allow our spirits to fly free.
So, who wants to take a bet I get they freaking
Then perhaps you know
something
this song.
stupid? Will I get hit with a thing for this? We can only guess. We don't know. I'm going to talk over it, unfortunately. Besides, really wish she wasn't moving her hands like that. God. Let's go. Morgan is unimpressed. Which reminds me. Okay, now that that's done. Let's see who I want to talk to. 7?
All right, but I get to stare at you luridly while you do so.
Oh, sweet.
I know little enough of the Dalish other than the fact that my mother was one, or so I was told. She had fallen in love with an elven woodcutter and accompanied him back to the city, leaving her clan behind for good. And there, of course, the woodcutter died of some filthy disease, and my mother was forced into prostitution to pay off his debts. Oldest tale in the book. How should I know? My mother was a whore, as you'll recall. None of the other elven boys in the whorehouse knew their fathers. I was not so unusual. I didn't know my mother either, of course. She died giving birth to me. My first victim, as it were. We were all raised communally by the whores. It was a happy enough existence, ignoring the occasional beating. Until eventually I was sold to the crows. I brought a good price, so I hear. It could have been much worse. Shall I tell you about what happened to the other whorehouse boys who did not fetch a decent price with the crows? Surely your life has not been so idyllic. People like you and I are not the product of happy lives of contentment, after all. My original point is that my mother's Dalish nature was always a point of fascination for me. Through all the years of my crow training, the one thing of my mother's that I possessed was a pair of gloves. They were of Dalish make, I knew that much, and beautiful. I had to keep them hidden, of course, as we were not allowed such things. Eventually, they were discovered, and I never saw them again. I suppose you would. I'd always wanted another. In fact, I ran off to join a clan once when they drew near Antiva City, thinking that there I would find my true calling. Naturally, the reality did not live up at all to the fantasies I had constructed as a boy, staring at those gloves. But such is life. Come, enough talk of the Dalish. Let us move on.
Okay, let's see. Dari did Lily.
Yes. I am hardly surprised. To answer a question,
There we go.
the Arishok asked what is the Blight. By his curiosity, I am now here. Yes. Never. I cannot go home. It doesn't matter now. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting. As you wish. Yes. Speak, then. Then I suggest we move on. Sitting, as you observed. It's what you asked. I did. Bashera. Was there anything else? I am hardly surprised. Very well. As you wish.
Good. Exactly.
I await
Morgan, I
your
have
command. So, full of questions, are you? Possibly, if I had the desire to. I do not.
Alright. We're good. Well, let's check with Alistair.
Something on your mind?
Okay, you don't have anything to say.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife? Well, if you're really interested, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose. So, as I said, things were going well. But good things must come to an end. One day, a noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that. Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tigers. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
Excuse me.
That's exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back. You're quite welcome. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you? Of course. Good fortune to you and yours.
Goodbye.
Alright, so let's head out. Alright. I guess I should talk to the old one. Let's see.
It's been a long day. Rest would be welcome. Yes, of course. I am just a little weary. As you may have noticed, I'm no spring chicken. Thank you. You're very kind to say so. But in all honesty, I do not know how many years I have left in me. I have lived for such a long time, but there is always something else to do. And I have to keep going in order to do it. I think I will be glad when I am done. Oh, I don't know. I really don't.
Now to Orzammar. Alright. Do I want the dog?
Yes.
Yes.
Where am I? City outskirts caravan. Refugees. Shit, I still got that stuff to do, don't I? Screw it. Yeah. Ah, crap! Alright, we're going to save it here. Oh, Jesus! What the hell? Oh, wizard!
Of course.
No!
So I shall.
Shame about the face!
Of course. Dum, dum, dum.
So be it.
Sakes. As long as I don't.
So I shall.
Shit!
So I shall.
I hate that. I sort of hate mages in this game. Alright, screw that. Oh, I am not leaving until that thing's charged back up. Holy crap! I did not know it just keeled over, dead! Oh my god! Oh god! Come on.
So I shall.
Good.
And so I shall. Delighted. And so I shall.
end this.
Yes?
Why do they bother?
Never saved her. Jackets. So, okay, half them are... Actually, all but 2 of them are dead.
Oh, thank you, Maker. Thank you, thank you.
Uh-huh. Sorry. Yep. Don't need that anymore. Sorry, you'll get awesome. Um. um. Let's just go to the caravan. After we deal with this.
I do not like
Smell its
battling these
breath from
animals.
here.
Thanks, guys. God, really? Oh my God, this is the same damn place I... died there last time I ended up having to go there. Be right back. Okay, here we go. Honestly, I didn't want to. Honestly, I didn't want to spoil anything for.
Yes.
God damn that! I hate doing that. No. Spoil anything for Sam in case she was going to play this game. Oy, oy, oy. Look at that. Oh, man. That's my dog. That was my... No, that wasn't my wolf. That was... What the fuck was that? I don't know. Actually, let me... Yeah, that was where I wanted to put that, dude. There, now she's got boots. Ah. Okay. Alright, so where the hell do I want to go? Oh no. No, 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 not the wolves. Not the wolves again.
Another creature ahead.
Beasts off.
Alright, so we killed all that. Oh,
I shall do so.
Of course.
Drake. Oh, come on!
So I shall.
Where's my
Go away.
warrior? Stuck behind the damn...
Nothing but
Oh my god, get over there! Thanks, you were 100 pure useless. Jerk. What a dire bear was doing with chainmail, I do not know. Frickin'. Okay. Gotten paranoid with this game, playing it on a higher setting than I usually do. And I gotta wait for my wolf to reload. Come on. I'm going in without my wolf. No. Come on. Almost there. There we go. Boom!
All right. Now this is more like
Ah, shit.
It shall be as you say.
Is everyone dead? Of course not.
Yes.
No! Dead now. Let's check shit.
and so I shall.
Okay, since I want to collect my winning, collect the, get through there. Turn these things and head to the, area I want to get to. Actually, you know what I'm wondering? She's still here.
Anything I can get you?
Oh, I can't
Good luck
help
to you
her
then.
out. Damn it. Wanted to give her money to get her out of here. Okay. Oh, God damn it. Oh, there's more quests.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
No, there aren't more quests. You lying bitch. Alright. Alright, now off to the dwarves. I helped the elves last week. case you're wondering, that's DLC. I don't have DLC on the Xbone. Flippin' crying out. Goddamn. Oh, cool. Just this guy. Old Tegrin.
You have coin, stranger? With Orzammar closed off, Old Tegrin can get you a discount. Fine weapon and arms, dwarven made.
Freeze traps. Oh, crud. What the? Oh. Taco Bell pay for it all. Jesus. Oh yeah, I heard he did that. What the hell did he do? Did that orange twit do that for anyway? Oh, I gotta level up. Cool. Cute. Assassin. Oh, I don't. Oh, yeah. Yes! Yes! Jeez. No White House chef. My God. I'm sure from the looks of him, he's used to it. Okay, so no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Yes. I can now call a bear. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, that's right. I got my own yogi. Wow, I never looked at this thing in the... Ugh.
Couldn't we all just get along, no?
Hit the mage. And I'm not stunned.
I should like a
Delighted.
I'm here.
Ah, better. Yes.
Yes? Oh? What was this about? Oh, I see. Tauren must have sent you. I refuse to answer to a pawn of Tauren. Come, men, to arms!
To arms!
Haha, they're all so eager
You'll get killed!
You deserve. All right.
Guild supplies. Guild supplies. Guild supplies.
Maker's breath, is that? Oh, I beg your pardon. Can I help you, friend? No, nothing at all. Just, you know, thought I saw something.
Since you are clearly looking at me, I would say that you do see something.
Well,
Oh, your
yes.
blood, you got blood spray.
Never you
all over
mind. Can I help you? Well, little of this, little of that. You know, used armour mostly. Nothing that would really interest fine people like yourselves.
Is it refreshing or unsettling that this merchant is reluctant to show us his wares?
What's this? Mothra. Oh, I thought that was Mothra. Jeez. God. Sorry.
Well, I'm considerate of my customers' time, that's all.
What reassuring certainty.
Oh, certainly.
You're not equipped. Oh. Dirt. Canary sword. Oh, that's right. Of course, he's...
So, you're back, I see. What can I do? Oh,
Oh, certainly. Portrait of a Goose Girl. Okay, let's take all this. Why do I have a feeling I fucking... Oh, I'm gonna need this. I just thought of that. I might as well buy that. Jeez. All right. Don't really give a damn about Venom.
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well-armed to notice a lowly merchant. Someone has to. Trade with other races can dry up. We surfacers are Orzammar's lifeline, even if we're denied a caste. The Assembly says we've turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites. Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown. Twice a year, I'm confined to a trade stall in the Commons, but I see enough. It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it. Best of luck to you.
What can I do for you? This ought to be interesting. Such diction. This man is a true scholar and rhetorician. I am honored to be fired by one such as he. Good day.
You know, for a time, I didn't know he was just being a jerk. I thought he was like really, it was really odd that he was being really nice about getting
You know what the
fired.
Regent reminds me of, the way he's acting?
What?
All the Darkspawn are fleeing the underground, and we are going there.
Well, he wanted to know about the Blight and stuff, so shut up, Stan. Let's see.
Unexpected. Thank you.
Good.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
Alright, let's see. Kinda... I don't have the strength to use it. Shit. Go. Nope, you're not getting the elf fruits. I need those.
Generous as always, Warden.
Back to Orzammar.
Yes.
Yes.
I've never had this. Oh god, this is the first. I've played this game for years, and as many times as I played it, never had a healer. And I've never played with the dog, had the dog along this long. Oh, he's even. Oh, for crying out loud! Now the dog's leveled up. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze.
Some folks came in yesterday with crazy stories about Redcliffe. You hear about that?
Something about the dead rising and killing everyone in Redcliffe.
Yeah, well, I killed all the dead, so.
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign Dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
They hide because they are dwarves.
I would challenge any race to fare as well. Our king is dead. Endrunai Dukan returned to the Stone Knot 3 weeks ago. The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden. You'll hear of this. King Loghain will see you quartered.
You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
How magnificent.
Your arrival is a
These
mixed
must be
blessing.
the statues
We
of the
prefer
Dwarven
that outsiders
paragons.
not witness our infighting, but your presence will be tolerated.
Ah, thanks. Jerk.
Now that's a thing of beauty, daughter. If you work hard like Branka, all Orzammar will know your name.
Mother, I don't want to be like her. She...
Don't say that! Not to me, not to anyone. Now get back to the forge. I want to see more details.
Yes, Mother.
You can stop flinching, Sten. I'm not going to harm you.
I do not fear harm to myself.
What is that supposed to mean?
An unbound mage is like a wildfire, as prone to simply consume itself as it is to devour all that surrounds it.
I do wish you wouldn't refer to mages as it.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup.
Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew!
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
You not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Happy times.
Lying idiots. I won't have fighting in the Commons, especially in front of outsiders. I'll have him in the Legion. Vieta, Surfacer. I'm bid to let you walk the Commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order. See, that's why I don't want you surfacers seeing our worst. You'll think that's all we are. The market is thin, but busy, and the tavern never closes. Bad blood is usually kept to the proving. Should toss Balin and Harrowmont in there, sort this all out in a hurry. Personal battles for honor and ancestor. I don't expect a surfacer to understand. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter. Yes, you should.
Dick.
For tiny people, they certainly build high ceilings.
Oh, crap! Yo, I never looked up. Holy crap, I never knew there was a second level to this room. Huh. Jesus. Alright, time to pick up some...
I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in the stone. My name is Vilda, widow of Turok of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul. It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them. The captains don't want to lose anyone searching for stray men. Too many were taken by dark spawn that way. How? There is no way except to brave the deep roads yourself. A warden?
I'm a great warden.
So you could do it. Only wardens face the deep roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers.
Take heart, good widow Filda. We'll do our best.
Please, find me as soon as you return.
Man. I really... Casts. Oh, well.
Maker's blessing on you, brother. I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar. There is resistance. It's obvious the world wasn't created by the mortal souls who dwelt within it. But Orzammar persists in worshipping its paragons and forefathers instead of the Maker.
Let them worship whatever they like. The Kun is the only way to enlightenment. Perhaps. Each must find his own way to the truth.
Are you saying you will help?
I don't even know what I'm doing.
The Shaper controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting. Oh, I'd hoped you'd say that. I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always. Please let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
Tapsters.
Atrust Vala, stranger. You must be the Grey Warden we heard about. Welcome to Tapsters. I'm Cora, your hostess. How may I serve you? With 52 types of ale, 17 types of mead, and a dozen imported wines, we should be able to serve your needs. What do you have? I recommend a Brachian brew. She has a heavy head and a deep, rich taste. 3 silvers gives you a pint. A Brachian brew never fails to hit the spot. Vartag Gavorn certainly owes Prince Balin. From a minor house to a prince's right-hand man. He'd do anything Balin asked him. Well, I have other customers to see too. If you need anything else, just call me over.
Told him I don't understand why the provings aren't open to everyone. I mean, it's how the ancestors show their favor. Do they really need our help to decide who's worthy? And then he practically slapped me. Lord Dennick Helmi, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me spending time in taverns. You understand what I'm saying, right? On the surface, there are no castes, and it works fine. Am I right, Warden? But there are those like you who see this with concern, no? Well, I've taken the time to actually talk to the other castes. You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent deshers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the assembly. Orzammar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the castes are even necessary. Badly. You're serious? Well, it's simple, I guess. The king and elected deshers of the assembly are at the top. Then it's the nobles. Then the warriors and all the craftsmen. At the bottom are servants. The casteless and criminals are below even that. Your caste is determined by that of your same-sex parent. And that's where you stay your whole life, whatever your skill. Me and 79 other fine, upstanding examples of how someone who's born into every privilege inevitably wants more. They're not fond of my views on equality. As you wish.
Here we go.
What? Get away. You'll change like the rest. Monsters hidden in all my friends. They follow you. Once you are in the story, they possess your friends and follow. See? I found copies. All from the same pen and older than the ones in song. Dormant my arse. Take them. I want out. I won't disappear chasing a lie. I won't.
Woo! Woo!
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. Now I've gone and lost them too. I'll never find them the way they skitter. No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down. Good on you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
So, what's Nug, you ask? Or you didn't ask? I don't know. I'm just telling you you asked.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Yeah, sure.
You look like you're not from around here. Oh, wonderful! I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle? Oh, my lady, it's an honor. I've never met an actual mage. Is it true you can manipulate nature's forces with your mind? Like you were born with lyrium in your veins?
Don't let the glamour fool you, child. Wielding magic is a dangerous occupation and a great responsibility.
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study. No dwarf has ever studied at the Circle of Magi. I guess you never read First Enchanter Caitlin's treatise concerning dwarfs and the non-heritability of magic. He tested dwarfs from 20 bloodlines and found they couldn't perform any level of spell casting, regardless of lyrium exposure or time on the surface. The Circle speculates that lyrium in the stone shields us from spiritual influences, and over time made us immune to them. I want to go to the Circle to study. I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzammar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the Circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing. That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcasts. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperium's Verticum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child? Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
She's a little excited. Okay, we'll talk to this. There's a Nug. And this is a Nug. A little pig bunny thing. With hands.
Go on, I'm out of the Nug game. Got nothing to sell. Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you whatever I found.
Oh, here's another one. Hey, here's one. Oh, there's two.
You're the best wrangler I've ever seen. But there's more out there.
Yeah, I'm not going after them right at the moment. Propriety, whatever.
Oh, this is grand. The noble houses do love their luxuries, don't they?
Lord Haroland is the voice of tradition and stability. Lord Balin is the voice of anarchy and ruin.
Of course.
A new offensive is required against the Darkspawn, says Lord Balin.
Gotta go in there about
Who would dare take from the memories? Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the shape of...
Ah!
What have we been reduced to? I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
It's a cataloger. Orta.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research. Not exactly, but... I'm looking for any birth records from the old Orton Tig. It fell in the last blight, and my mother's family claims to be related. If I'm an Orton, it means I'm noble. I'd have my own house, a seat in the assembly. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads. A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrowmont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
Are you looking for records of the Grey Wardens? We have many.
Sparkles. Pray in praise of the humble nug. Politics, that's so... What the hell? Seriously, when? That? Oh my god. Hurricane Warrior.
All done.
Oh yeah, I need to talk to this guy.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories. The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you.
My dog is now forever in the memories of the Dwarven people.
That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city. I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition?
What harm would it do to preach? Chantry's charities would greatly aid Orzammar. I kind of don't want to even do either one. Because I just do not like I don't like the idea of doing this. Cunning. Persuade.
What sort of charities do you mean? I am not certain this is in Orzammar's best interests. Our castes have served us well.
Okay.
But it's possible this service could benefit our people. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more? We were a great empire once,
well, shit.
outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn. At the other side of the old Empire, during the last Blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the Blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us. I will settle your mind if I can, Warden. According to our legends, 7 brothers founded our empire. The youngest, Bloadlik, was the wisest and was chosen king. His children formed the noble caste. The eldest, Kiachet, trained his sons to defend their king. They became the warrior caste. Shatkyar founded the artisans. Orzatyar forged our first swords. It was Orzammar who dug the mines that became our city's foundations. The twins Koapar and Noct both founded trading houses, but Noct was wounded in battle. On his recovery, he swore to serve his brother's sons. The casteless descend from criminals and those repudiated by their own families, or who chose to go to the surface and live by human laws. They have no ancestors to guide them and no families to claim them. They should not have been born. Their parents defied their shame and brought cursed children into the world. It's better they die young.
Wow!
Their births are not recorded in the memories. In Orzammar, they do not exist. Is there something more pleasant you wish to discuss?
No, Santa. Jeez.
Your presence here has been recorded in the memories. I wish I knew what significance it has.
God. Asshole. And then we're going to go to their Senate.
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the surface trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the Assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace. Enough. The Assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions. Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the assembly of the clans. Only dashers and occasional guests of state are allowed in. Oh, Stone. You must be the Grey Warden. I completely forgot about the Gate God's message. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne. I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrowmont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. Dulin Ferender, Harrowmont's man, can be found at the Harrowmont estate. Vartag Gavorn, Prince Balin's second, is often here in the Assembly. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
Alright.
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Vartag Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring? Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's libraries. Now, the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now. You must understand, Harrowmont hides behind his good reputation while sending spies and assassins. Balin can't know who to trust. It's been like a knife in the heart for Balin to see so many of his father's men stand with the usurper. You've been turned by Harrowmont's slanders already. I should have known no soul in Orzammar would be neutral. Harrowmont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Harrowmont's deception...
Irrefutable evidence? Which I suppose you have?
I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude. Harrowmont promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Oh, excuse me, two Assembly members. Desher is their formal title. Harrowmont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Harrowmont gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes. That's not important. If they ask, say you found them while searching the Shaper's libraries for your treaty. Lady Dace doesn't leave the quarter much, but Lord Helmy's adventurous, likes to spend his time at tapsters in the Commons. Remember, don't tell them you got these papers from me. You learned of them and drew your own conclusions.
I don't... Yeah, God, I hate having to decide which one to talk to.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Ferender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
In an ordinary time, Lord Harrowmont would be honored to meet you. Unfortunately, we've already caught more than one of Balin's spies approaching Harrowmont under a pretense of friendship. So I'm afraid I won't be able to take your word. If you want to speak to Harrowmont, you will need to prove he can trust you. I see. Well, it hardly increases my confidence to hear that you went to him first. I assume you refused? If you want Lord Harrowmont's assistance, first you'll have to prove he can trust you. That's a generous offer. If you mean it, you might attend the proving today. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down. That would be enlightening. Though I hope you won't pry too deeply into things they don't wish revealed. If you wish to show your loyalty, enter the proving as his lordship's champion. With your order's reputation, I've no doubt the ancestors would favor your arm. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then. Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the Proving Master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Baisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
Usually I do. Balin's the easier one. Harrowmont.
Grey Warden arrives in Orzammar, most likely to pay respects to the rightful king, Prince Balin.
Uh-huh.
Legion of the Dead sighted battling Darkspawn near Orzammar. They have no orders while throne stands empty. Make Harrowmont your king now!
2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
Branka didn't go alone, Ogren. She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapster's and drown yourself already. You know as well as I do that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teat? Ha! I'll...
You lift a weapon or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exiled. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman. Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled. Ogren's a drunken wretch. He comes up here 2-3 times a week, hounding people to lead some suicidal rescue mission after Branka. Gets quite violent about it. I'd be scared if they hadn't practically gelded him after he killed young Lord Mino. Well, he killed Lord Mino's youngest son in a duel to first blood. It was a huge scandal. Ogren should have been executed, but he'd won honors in the deep roads. Instead, they stripped him of all weapons and forbid him from engaging in fights within city limits. If he breaks the decree, he'll be exiled. It's been 2 years since Branka left. No one has ever stayed in the deep roads that long and survived. The search teams who went out found nothing, but Ogren wants to keep risking lives searching. She's still his wife, isn't she? Even if she took their entire house into the deep roads and abandoned him. Well, before she was a paragon, she was just a smith, and Oghren was one of the best warriors of his generation. The only paragon in the last 4 generations. Quite an honor for a girl from the Smith caste. If you see any guardsmen, tell them Oghren was at it again.
This way.
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I pay my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection? It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens, that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvia I'll get her money.
Jarvia is not happy with your promises, old man. Now let's go inside and see what you've been holding back.
Okay, let me save here.
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well, looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Get out of here. This is private business. Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carta's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen. Whoa, whoa! All right, you win. I'm not gonna die for 10 lousy sovereigns.
I can intimidate. Woo!
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude. I'm showing you the lowest prices I can afford, I assure you.
Alright, you can't give me any, can't give me that, nothing. Bar crunch.
Ancestors, bless you for saving my Porsche. I'm showing you the...
So that's... Alright, let's go here, tell this guy he can't.
Andraste teaches that patience is the child of wisdom, but I'm eager to hear if you've seen the Shaper. Oh, praise the Maker! You truly walk in the light, friend. I already found a convert among the merchants who offered his shop as a temporary chantry. It's just by the tapsters. Please, come to our first service.
Ah, Nug.
You're the best wrangler I've ever seen. You're the best wrangler I've ever seen. I trust Vala, my nug wrangler.
Greetings, and welcome to Garen Garrison's luxury goods shop. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying? Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Most people don't anymore. Or maybe they're too polite to mention it. I had a little incident a few years back. Too much time with the raw lyrium ore, you know. Maybe it was a bad vein. I cut myself and the dust got straight in the blood. Since then, it's been a little hard for me to concentrate. Except when forging, then I'm straight as an arrow. Best work I've ever seen. Look around the shop. See for yourself.
Alright. Down the strength for that. Well, I didn't want to do that. course you have to. Stupid. Increase my strength a little bit. What is it that's messing up my strength? The dusk ring. First. So stupid, I actually did that.
Welcome to Jannar Family Armorers. I must say, you look like our type of people. Looking for a new set of mail. At Jannar's, we have everything from leather to platinum. Of course, keep in mind we also take items on trade.
Okay, so we'll get rid of that. Yeah, I don't have the strength. Still doesn't have the strength. Not any of that stuff I got to this one a little bit late. An hour late. So, I'm doing
They're all so eager to die.
We'll get plenty for their kids. What's out of
All right.
If you must.
As you desire. And so I shall. Delighted.
Wonderful! Oh! After I made him. He went from 4 foot nothing to 3. Alright. Level. Cast this.
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform. Oh, you looking for a chance to bring in some coin? Could be I have that opportunity, especially for someone with a few connections above ground. Human kings, you know, They make these ridiculous laws. Like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium, the sacred gift the stone provides us to show her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of a stone's weight. You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee. More so for someone like you, I guess. Most dwarves born down here have a natural immunity. Other races, there are problems if they spend too long with the ore. The real issue is that lyrium's valuable. It's only found down here, and human mages can't work without it. Long as you keep your eyes down and your mouth shut, we've got no further business.
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell. Of course.
We got nothing for the likes of you. Oh. Oh, yeah. Really need to do something about that. Backhands. More dexterity. Yeah. I already know Stan doesn't have that. Yeah.
Yes?
Spare? Have you a coin to spare, my lord? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I. Thank you. That a stranger would care so much when my own family barred me from their halls unless I'm willing to. But no! I can't bear to even think of it! My son's father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a minor, but my parents stripped my caste and refused to accept me back. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him. Yes. I can become castless with him, which is what I've done. Others have raised children like this, right? Begging for change, sleeping in doorways? You would do that? But why? Then I cannot offer enough gratitude. But I warn you, my father is a stiff-necked man. His name is Ordell, and he's usually at tapsters in the evening. I do not think he will listen to you. But I will wait anxiously to see if you can do what you promise.
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside? My mam used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky. Yes. When my doll left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh? Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there.
What do you want, Warden? You're out of your element down here. Is that so? What makes you think anyone here would turn this person in? You've walked into a sodding fight, Warden, and I've already passed your stupid tome along. Too bad for you.
We are attacked.
What are you looking at, stranger? I could be. What business is it of yours? What? You think she'd die just to keep that thing? She knows what she has to do to come home. I never wanted her gone. Just the little cur. Can't she see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it? I've been trying. It's not as easy as I thought. Look, just tell her... We never meant to hurt her. It just seemed best that... Oh, just tell her to come home. Her mother and I are waiting for her.
Yay! I do good work. Who's that doing? Ogren. Improving shit. Oh, goddamn. So that's going to take so fucking bad to do. I gotta go to the previous land moment so I can think.
Topsiders? Good. Get some outside gold in here. Calm people down. Make them think we should open the gates for good. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for. I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
I'll take your gold. You're good for that. I can actually... God damn it, I can take all of this stuff. But it doesn't do more damage. It's a problem, isn't it? better. Example. Take that. Skin. Shadow of the Empire. Tome of the Mortal Vessel. Symbol of Drasti. Alright.
What do you want now? I don't understand you. Are you trying to say something about a child in a well? No? Never mind then.
Try to tell her there's a child in a well. God damn it. I love that.
All the noise and bombs.
I knew these secrets. Oh, like a
So watch out.
Why do they bother?
As you decide. Of course. All right.
Aren't you chilly, Stan?
Chilly. I don't know this word.
It's much warmer where you're from, isn't it? Don't you feel cold?
I suppose.
I don't imagine we can find a cloak in your size, can we?
What?
Nothing. Nothing. Don't mind me. Now, I wonder where I could get a skein of good wool yarn.
Okay.
You're the best wrangler I've ever seen. But there's more out there. I trust Vala, my nug wrangler.
Should I do the lazy man way of doing this quest, or should I?
News of the hour. Lord Balin promises radical things.
News of the hour. Lord Harrowmont's insinuations against Lord Balin reveal the truth. Could Harrowmont be the true cause of King Endrin's death? Shocking allegation.
You found it. Warden, you have my gratitude. You're a bright spot in an otherwise dark time.
Screw it. We'll do
The Legion of the Dead Warriors secretly wear Prince Balin's colors. Our prince has Orzammar's deadliest warriors behind him.
Yeah, screw it. I don't want to make this too long.
What do you want? Ah, I suppose you're the Grey Warden everyone's talking about. It's fascinating the surface has an entire order dedicated to fighting Darkspawn. Down here, that's just what fighting means. But I'm sure it's more difficult on the surface. It must be much harder to find them. Well, this isn't exactly a surface broadsheet. Where did you get these? Never mind. It is true enough, but there's nothing I can do about it. This deal was made on behalf of our entire house. Only my father can revoke it. He is leading a Deep Roads expedition, trying to secure an ancient tide. It's unlikely he'll be back before the election, but perhaps this vote is important enough for you to brave the tunnels to tell him? The Dace family would be in your debt. Thank you. He was searching an old Idukan site. He left me with this map, in case his expedition never returned. I'll give you a pass as well. Usually, no one is allowed past the front lines. Good luck.
News of the hour! Is Lord Balin considering a dissolution of the ancient class?
I wasn't expecting you back. I guess you realize this is about the only fun in Orzammar? Oh, well, I'd ask for proof, or why you care, but frankly, I'm so tired of it I'm not even surprised anymore. I don't even want the land, but my house would kill me if I turned it down. Responsibilities, you know. Now I'll have to go through the whole process of rejecting the deal. And they'll both have to try something else. And I thought it was going to be a nice day. You're just doing what you think is right. I'll have to inform Mother that Lord Harrowmont hasn't bought our vote after all.
Alright, so we're going to get this other dwarf. I am going to... Kill. Which machine got unlocked? Awesome. Oh, that's awesome. That is just awesome. Let's see if we can just get Apparently I'm still streaming. Twitch on my end freaking decided to crap out on me. Great. So let's get this.
What's this? An elf? I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you past the front lines without Adesha's permission. And I've heard nothing of any new patrols scheduled to leave today.
Yay. Oh, I love it.
I see you have his daughter's seal, so I will not stop you. But be careful. Just because the beasts have pulled back from Orzammar doesn't mean there are any fewer in the deep roads. Either we finally have the edge, which I doubt, or the beasts are building up numbers for the next attack.
The surface? But I thought the vermin never went up that far except
during blights. Ancestors save us if that's what's happening.
Oops. Okay.
Best of luck.
Alright, here we go. Do the dashboard. Piece of crap. And I will grab this rune plate. And go to the Aeducan Tide. Alright. Sorry. It's just...
Yes. Time for more darkspawn, I see. Delightful. As you
Oh, good. Sam's dead. I'm dead. Alright. Round two.
no. Time for more darkspawn, I see.
Yeah!
And
So I shall.
It is enough.
One second. Soul rot. Alright. Oops. Save.
As you desire. All right. So I shall. So I shall. As you desire.
It is done. Atush Konari!
All right. So I shall. Delighted.
Oh,
Sunder. Alright.
I have finished.
It appears we will need to fight the Blight one at a time.
As you desire.
Of course.
As you desire.
Yes. Why are we still here?
I have done it.
Ay, ay, ay. That moment when you can't even watch your own game.
Of course. Delighted.
What's this?
So I shall.
This way.
What shall we do here? So I shall.
Now this is confusing.
Complete. All done.
Bite me, Twitch. Can't bring up your thing, even though you literally took yours stream.
All right.
Here we go. Shed some blood. There you go.
Of course. As you desire. As you desire. All right. As you desire. So I shall.
God. Is everything dead? Anything glowing? Anything twinkling? No. Oh, there's a twinkle.
All over now.
Okay,
You must drive these beasts off.
All right.
Don't let them make off with another. We go to combat!
All right.
Let's take some blood! Some creature draws near.
And so I shall. All right.
Well, that's one less to worry about.
Of course.
Why do they bother?
All done. And so I shall. I have done it.
You pulled us from a tight spot, friend. You have my gratitude. I am Lord Anwar Dace. So how does an elf come to be down here, anyway? What are you talking about? I've dealt with Harrowmont many times, and he's always been forthright. I'm not ungrateful for your assistance, but I hope you have some evidence to back such an accusation. I don't understand. What could... These are the terms of a deal we made with Lord Harrowmont, but... the charlatan. He's promised the exact same land to Helmy. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I owe you twice now. My life and my house's fortune. May the ancestors smile on you. I must return now. My men need healing, and I want to look into this. You wish to travel with us? And let us reach Orzammar before more beasts find our scent.
Well, that's that. I'll meet up with Balin, and then I'm going to call it a night. Yeah, sorry. Okay, let's do this.
Lord Balin's impending marriage to a castless proves his dedication to change. No dwarf is without worth. He has been murdered.
Lady Dace just came through the quarter on a tear. She's telling everyone who'll listen what a leech and a liar Harrowmont is. Good job. So you were serious about wanting to help us. Are you ready to meet Balin now? I warn you, be on your best behavior, and keep your weapons sheathed.
I am impressed, Warden. Not many outsiders so quickly grasp Orzammar's rather convoluted politics. I am Prince Balin. Fartag told me of your efforts against the usurper who tried to claim my father's throne. Harrowmont spent his life in the Assembly. He only knows how to lead through compromise and capitulation. That's not what Orzammar needs. The Darkspawn are massing for a blight. The land's topside have been torn apart. We need a strong leader now, someone who can stand up to the Assembly. Someone who will rule, not persuade. There is only one thing of importance when I take the throne. The Blight. We need absolute unity to fight against the fulcrum of true evil. Absolutely. And sworn on the mail of my ancestors as soon as Orzammar is united under my rule. Unfortunately, while this debate rages, I have no power to send the troops you need. You've seen for yourself, the city is a slaughterhouse. Criminals run lawless. I could never hold the throne if I allowed such chaos. Jarvia and her Carta are behind this bedlam. If you can eliminate them, I promise as king, I will send as many troops as you need to fight the Darkspawn. Unfortunately, I have little information on Jarvia. Her base of power is in Dust Town, the lowest part of the city, and my men have few sources there. Maybe the castless will talk more freely with a stranger. And I will wait eagerly for your return.
Alright. So now that we are working with Balin, been a while since I did this. So I'm going to end it right here for tonight. I'm gonna be off a few days from my job, so because vacation. So I will be probably doing another one this week. I do have a couple other things. I'm hoping to get back to starting some making some videos for my YouTube channel, which is Castantino, same thing. So I'd like to thank Twitch for being a piece of crap. Yeah. So next time And we're on Dragon's Age Origins. We'll be going after the cartel in Jarvia, and maybe even starting up the main quest of the Dark Spawn and their stuff. So, well, thanks everybody for stopping by. Good night.